3.5 years ago, when we started Ingresso, we made a prediction. And that prediction was within 5 years, the world will have gone completely digital and virtual. Long gone would be the days of in-person sales training, 2-day workshops, 1-day boot camps. Because why? They were completely ineffective. How do we know that? Well, right over here on the left-hand side is what I call traditional sales training. Now, traditional sales training is the legacy training that we all grew up with. 1-day, 2-day, 1-week-long boot camps, right? We were in person, we were getting training, and that has been done since I was 21 years old, and I signed a multiple thousands of dollars over to the Miller Hyman Group to get sales training, to be able to get a 5-day training course. It is what and how training was delivered for eons worth of time, decades of time. However, the data has always shown that majority of people who go through a 1-day, 2-day, 1-week-long class, that 70% of them forget the information that they learn within a week worth of training, and 87% forget what they learn within a month's worth of the training. Now, this is not new data. This data has been out there for many, many, many years. Yet, we never transformed into a virtual training environment quicker and faster until now. And so most of us as sales leaders were not prepared. Our sales enablement team was not prepared. Our sales operation team was not prepared. We had some hybrid stuff going on, but we always enjoyed that live training. What are some of the benefits of a virtual training environment? If you think about virtual training, right here, the latest stats are coming in from Harvard Business Review and many others, that 80% of information is retained after 60 days using what's called the spacing effect. So I'm going to teach you something over the course of 60 days, which will allow you to not only retain that information for the most part, instead of forget, but it will also help you to change behavior. Why? Because in order to be able to change behavior, you've got to be able to have at least 66 days to change someone's behavior, and using a new technique, using a new methodology. So when we think about the sales training that we've implemented, we want to ask ourselves, did my sales enablement team, my sales operations team just take my in-person training and turn around and do a 1-week-long class through Zoom? Or have they implemented some of the techniques that you're about to see here? So here are 3 techniques for improving this long-term retention of information. And as we have virtualized our sales organizations, many people are still struggling with these ineffective sales training programs to be able to get their sellers to change behavior and to impact results. Now, the testing effect has always been around. What I am alluding here, though, too, is we should continue to test. Small tests are critical to ensure that individuals are retaining, not just test as in a form of multiple select on a on-demand or learning management platform, but a testing which is live demonstration. Show me that you know the details. So that's been somewhat standard that we've used for many, many years, and it doesn't go away. What does get added is what's called the spacing effect. Now, I alluded to this a little bit ago. Around 80% of information is retained after something has been trained on over the period of 60 days. So we want to be looking at is how do we take the content that we want our sellers to learn, whether it's new product training, whether it's new skills-based training, whether it's new platform or platform or tool training, whatever the case may be, look at how we can space that out over the course of 60 days, because the 60-day period is really what is going to help change a seller's behavior and get it to stick. And number 3, we call it the chunking technique in sales training. That is dividing our sales training material into smaller pieces. The number, no greater than 7 pieces. What do I mean by that? I'll give you an example of what we do with our enterprise sales teams when we engage with a customer. We have 6 phases to our training program over the course of 3 months. And in those 6 phases, we break down multiple modules. And they're structured around a topic. For example, mindset, branding, how to find and engage, how to connect with your buyers, how to feed that network with valuable content, and then finally, a cadence. How do you put it all together? And when you bring all those things together, you now compartmentalize that training and the delivery of information down into those 6 phases, which helps a seller to retain that based upon the topics. So chunk your content together, get it to no greater than 7 segments, 7 phases, and put all of your training over the course of time across that area. That is what's going to help you with the transition to a virtual selling environment, is utilizing these 3 techniques to be able to help you succeed and solve whatever problem you need to solve for internally in an organization. Now, I realize that many sales leaders are saying, oh my God, I need results right now. Give me results right now. I can't wait 60 days. The reality is that you don't have much time to waste. Get her done right now, and make sure that when you're engaged in this thought process that you understand it takes time to change behavior. And we need to give our sellers the amount of time to be able to learn the new techniques to be able to be effective.